Are you looking to install a French drain using flex drain pipe? If so, watch this video. I'm Steven with Break Free Homestead. We create new content every week. Please drop down below, hit that like and subscribe button. As you saw, we just picked up 5,000 pounds of 3/4 inch washed stone. And now we're gonna put this under in our French drain, and we're gonna put our pipe down and then put it over. But first, we're gonna check out the ditch and make sure everything's how we want it before we put rock down. So we have some standing water here. We're gonna try to clean it out a little bit here because there's a rock that's kind of in the way. And then we might have to clean up some of these branches sticking out. Man, one little load down. Looking pretty good so far. I think we'll have plenty of rock. Let's keep at it. Those frogs in there do not like it when I toss the rocks in where they're hanging out in the water. I mean, I'd be pretty mad if some rocks landed on me too. So the reason why I put the rock so far away over there is because the entrance to our yard where I can drive the trailer with the car and the trailer and the rock is about 15,000 pounds. So I don't want to mess with the lawn anymore. So we went right over there, right off the compacted part, and we dropped the rock off the grass. So that way when we're done with this whole thing, we'll have minimal rocks to clean up and it won't be hitting rocks nonstop when I mow. So that's the premise behind it. Luckily we have this little trailer, we can lug stuff back and forth, but it is gonna be a lot of work shoveling it in all at one time. One thing to consider, depending on how big of a trench you're doing, I would shop around and definitely go with a local stone shop or, you know, the rock we got here was 5,000 pounds for about $27. Luckily I had a trailer to borrow from a neighbor and we could pick it up. But if you go buy like rock for a French drain from Lowe's, you're gonna buy it in bags and it's gonna be 50 pounds and it's like $4 a bag, which is insane. It might be easier to transport, like I said, depending on how big of a drain you're doing. But for this size job, you're definitely going to want to buy it at a stone shop or a quarry or whatever. So, I mean, you might have to get it delivered, but it's still going to save you a lot of money. All right, so we just got our rock for our base done in the drain. It's got a pretty good slope. I don't know if you can tell, but that's about level there. So that's sloping downhill just enough. And we kind of go to, like, the water's kind of low right now, but just you can use the water to tell if you need more rock in one area or you need less in one area. All right, guys, so we're gonna be using Flex Drain. It is a 25-foot piece, and they come up, they're pretty compact. They have a sock on them and they are perforated. They're about $1 per linear foot. So now we're gonna open these up, stretch them out with 2 people. That way we get the maximum length out of it, 25 feet, and then we'll lay it in there. All right, guys, so we just got these all extended. As you can see, it was easy at the beginning, but when you got towards the end, it was a little bit harder. And then, as you can see, we let go of the sock on a few of them and try to pull the sock back after it's fully extended, and that is almost impossible. All the perforations just catch the sock, and you have to let go little by little and pull it back. So when you're extending it, if you can, make sure you hold the sock tight on each end. That way it's even, you don't have to go back and adjust it. So we just connected 2 pieces, and the sock didn't quite reach the end of the first piece. So what I went ahead and did is I used a clamp and I strapped where I tied at the first pipe at the end of it. We're just gonna use a knot, and we're not putting a cap on it. You could put a cap, it doesn't matter. But we have that secured here, and we're basically gonna pull away and using that as a secure point so we can get our sock all the way to the end. That's gonna be a key to make sure that we don't get a bunch of, you know, sediment inside the pipe. Now that we got our sock stretched all the way, we attach the 2 plastic grommets. They just go right into each other. There's no separate attachment. And then we use a zip tie to secure the sock in one of the ribs of the pipe. Now, since I don't want to do this whole big hassle while I'm in the trench, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach all 6 pipes in line down the trench, and then we'll move it into the trench. So typically with perforated pipe, you want to make sure your holes are on the bottom. So if you're using something where the holes are only on one side, on the bottom. This pipe, this Flex Drain pipe, has perforations all the way around the pipe, so it doesn't matter what angle you put it in or what side up. Let's get it in the ground. So we just got it laid in the ground, and now come back and look at it. We do have some obstructions, like I said earlier. We have some rock that we couldn't get rid of. So some things you want to move to kind of position it for the best drainage as possible. Sometimes you have to go around a rock and just make it kind of in the middle as best as you can. Here's another instance where we had to go around the rock. Not a huge deal. Can be a little, you know, curved. The water doesn't really care. It's gonna take the easiest route possible. So we'll kind of come back through here because I don't want to step in there. It's super mucky. And we'll just position the pipe. You could use whatever tool you want, it really doesn't matter. And then as long as you're happy with it, you know, then you just start putting rock on. Now over here, where I stopped really digging a trench on the side of the yard, if you want to see that video, go here, how I dug the trench. It kind of just turns into a canal over here on the lower part of the yard. And I could always expand it and add on to this pipe more, but we're just gonna tie this off and kind of dump it into this area for now. Just a simple knot will prevent critters from going in there and anything growing in there. You do not want roots in this system. It will completely destroy it and it'll kill the lifespan of your French drain. As you can see, this the pipe doesn't even fit in this area, so and we'll just shove it right down in there for now. It'll work better than nothing. We'll get this filled in, that way we can have our lawn somewhat back, because our lawn is messed up right now. We were getting to a point where we could mow it and it would be nice, but not there right now. And the grass needs to be mowed, but I can't get my mower back there. You guys, I got a path. I can mow the lawn if I need to. I want to get this done today, but if we don't, I can at least mow the lawn, which will be nice so it's not super overgrown. Man, yesterday I was completely wiped. It's a new day. I got the kiddos washing the truck, doing some good work. See how it comes out. So we only had a certain amount done on the trench, and I don't want to skimp on the rock on top. I think the width was wider than I calculated out in rock, so we ended up running short and we have a decent amount left. So what I went and did was picked up 2 more tons of stone. Oh, you guys, I finally got all the rock in this trench. It's not perfectly straight, doesn't matter. The water's still gonna go. Uh-oh, here you go. So now it's time to start putting the dirt back in over it. We don't want to disturb the rock too much because we don't want it to have like huge gaps if the dirt moves a bunch. She's telling the chickens they can't get her, but there's a pathway over there. So But yeah, as we put the dirt back in, there are some roots and branches that were buried when the lot was leveled. But we're gonna try to pull those out if we can. That way we don't have to deal with them popping up or protruding when we're cutting the grass. So let's get to it. Let's get this thing filled in. This isn't gonna be great to level this out, but I'm gonna use my landscape drag. It's not, well, the dirt's not fully put into place, but we're gonna see if we can drag a little bit in there, put this thing to the test a little bit. If you haven't seen that video, I have 2 videos on the landscape drag. Click up here, I will link them. You can check it out, it's pretty cool, and it can be towed by any, ride-on lawnmower. So I've been working this back together. I've been, hand pushing the dirt back into place on this over where we installed the French drain. Still got some work to do over here. A lot of debris in the dirt over here. Still a little bit uncovered, and you can tell. So it's been raining pretty good today. Obviously you can see where our low spots are that need to be fixed. But we'll just look and see how the trench is doing. Obviously water's still flowing on top. A little bit where it can. Super bad down here. Haven't really finished covering it up. But overall, we were supposed to have that super tropical storm come through, and I don't think it was what they expected it to be here. There were some trees down in town, but not in our area. We didn't lose power or anything. But I came out here the morning after in my flip-flops and walked on top of the French drain without issue, which made me super happy that the torrential downpour that happened for a little while didn't even really phase it. It just went right into the French drain and all the way down and out on the other side of the property. Just got to keep working this so we can prepare it for overseeding this fall. And then hopefully by next year, we'll have a nice lawn. I think we're gonna have to bring a little bit of loam in just to fix patches here and there, a few holes from rocks we took out. And then of course, where I got the tractor all stuck over there, definitely made some nice ruts. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would, drop down below, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us out. See you next time on Break Free Homestead.